Let's do part A. So we are given the composite function h of x equals f of g of x, and we have to find h prime of 1. So for this, first we have to find the derivative of h of x. That is, I find the derivative of h of x, which equals h prime of x. And this equals the derivative of f of g of x. So we write down this like this, f of g of x, and we find its derivative. So this equals, according to the chain rule, this equals f prime of g of x, and using the chain rule multiplied with g prime of x. So this is basically h prime of x. Now since we have to find the h prime of 1, we replace all x by 1 in this equation. So therefore this becomes h prime of 1 equals f prime of g of 1 multiplied with g prime of 1. Now we can find the values of g of 1, g prime of 1, everything from the table. So let's do that. So this equals f prime of, we find the g of 1. So we have this column g of x, and we have this x row, that is 1. So g of 1 is basically 2. So I replace 2 over here multiplied with g prime of 1. So we have to look into this column g prime of x, and for x equal to 1. So it is 6. So this is 6. Now we have f prime of 2. So we have to look at this column, that is f prime of x, which is the derivative of x, and x equal to 2. So we have to look at this row. So the value is 5. So this means 5 times of 6, and this equals 30. So therefore we say that h prime of 1 equals 30. Let's do part B. So here we are given h of x equals g of f of x, and we have to find h prime of 1. So first let's find the derivative on both sides. The derivative of h of x is written as h prime of x, and on the right side we find the derivative of g of f of x. So we write down this as g of f of x. We find the derivative. So using the chain rule, we can write down this as g prime of f of x multiplied with the derivative of f of x, which is f prime of x. So we have this expression h prime of x equals g prime of f of x times of f prime of x. Now to find h prime of 1, we have to replace x by 1 into this expression. So I'm going to replace x by 1. So this becomes h prime of 1 equals g prime of f of 1 multiplied with f prime of 1. So let's utilize the table and find the value. So therefore this is a g prime of, first we have to find the f of 1 from the table. So we look into this column f of x, and the row is x equal to 1. So f of 1 equals 3. So therefore this becomes g prime of 3 multiplied with, we then find f prime of 1. So we have to look into the column f prime of x, and x equal to 1. So we look at the same row, which is 4. So therefore this becomes g prime of 3 multiplied with 4. So we now look into the last column g prime of x, x equal to 3. So look into the third row. This is 9. So therefore this becomes 9 times of 4 equals 36. So therefore the value of h prime of 1 equals 36.